Happy Tuesday. I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio at the Morning Pulse here on this June 24th, 2025. There's been a lot of speculation and growing concern in recent days that Luke Bryan would cancel his appearance at NEBRASKAland Days in North Platte this coming Friday. After illnesses had caused Luke Bryan to cancel multiple concerts late last week for the country music hitmaker. Well, NEBRASKAland Days Executive Director Bob Lantis has assured patrons that Luke Bryan will be performing at the Wild West Arena this week, saying, quote, "We received confirmation from Luke Bryan's management that he will be performing here at NEBRASKAland Days Viero Summer Jam Concert Series on Friday," said Lantis. "Sometimes the rumors get swirling pretty quickly. However, we are happy to inform everyone that he is still coming and we are planning on a really fun night of country music," end quote, from Bob Lantis. Again, Luke Bryan is performing in North Platte at the Wild West Arena for NEBRASKAland Days this Friday. No cancellation. Luke Bryan will be in North Platte this Friday. Tickets are still available for purchase at NEBRASKALandDays.com and at the Wild West Arena office as well. Monday evening, the North Platte Planning Commission discussed an application for a conditional use permit to allow the construction of apartments at North Platte's Ramada Inn at 2102 South Jeffers. In years past, the property housed the Holiday Inn and more recently the Quality Inn, and continues to house the once popular Sandhills Convention Center. Neighboring property owners shared concerns on storm damage on the property not being adequately attended to, and regular trash debris blowing onto neighboring land. Not to mention the community tax implications on the land if it were to transform from hotel lodging.
For the good of the community, hotel hospitality is one of the best tax things there are. We have huge taxes, we have lodging taxes, occupation taxes, sales taxes, all that help us all. And there's no better tax ever than to have somebody from out of town pay it. I just hate to see this prime piece of ground turned over for something. All we're doing is kicking that can down the road. 6 more years of the building. They haven't kept the building up. It's flooded. The roofs are bad. I just think that it's that is not what we want on the doorstep of our community.
That's concerned citizen and local business owner Pat Keenan. Planning commissioners unanimously gave a negative motion for the item. The request will be discussed at next week's City Council meeting, but with a negative motion from the Planning Commission. And turning now to statewide news, fireworks sales get underway across Nebraska. Sales are allowed in Nebraska from now until the 5th of July. But a reminder that local jurisdictions like Omaha, Lincoln, Grand Island, and North Platte, along with many others, have their own start and end times. And that does also include the fact that Keith County has some burning regulations that they're enacting, and that could mean no discharging of fireworks throughout the Independence Day holiday. Stick with News 2 for details and developments. In global news today, President Trump heads to the NATO summit today as lawmakers in the U.S. receive briefings on Iran. This comes after Qatar says that it intercepted Iran's missile attacks on a U.S. base yesterday. That follows U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities over the past weekend. Iran might come up during the summit, but analysts say that defense spending is likely the key focus. On Monday, NATO members agreed to contribute 5% of their gross domestic products to defense. And in related news, oil prices plunged more than 7% on Monday. The market was expressing relief that Iran's response to U.S. military strikes was far more limited than once feared. Oil prices started tumbling after Iranian missiles launched towards a U.S. base in Qatar, and they were intercepted. The more than 7% drop represents the biggest one-day decline since early April. The steep sell off wiped out an initial strike and the initial spike on Sunday that was driven by concerns that Iran could lash out by targeting energy infrastructure within the Middle East. Running out the morning pulse here on this Tuesday, June 24th, with a recall alert as more than 250,000 Honda and Acura vehicles are being recalled because of an issue with a brake pedal. According to Honda, the brake pedal pivot pin may not be secured, potentially causing the pedal to shift out of position. The recall includes Acura TLX models 2021 to 2025 and Acura MDX and the Honda Pilot from 2023 to 2025. Dealers will repair this issue free of charge to those that are impacted. We do have chances of severe weather in the region today, extending into tomorrow, along with cooler temperatures for us in the region as well. Temperatures today in the upper 70s, again, along with severe weather likely today and tomorrow. Temperatures warming back up then on Thursday into the upper 80s, low 90s for concert days on Friday and Saturday. And thankfully, hopefully it stays this way, not a lot of chances of storm activity for those concerts at NEBRASKAland Days Friday and Saturday. Have a great day.